Welcome to Impact Baldwin, the podcast that's the realest, the chillest, and the illest. You know, I'm your girl Jay, and I'm your host. And welcome to the podcast. You feel me? So on today on Impact Baldwin, we have the one, the only. I'm gonna give a drum roll before I even start to say her name. I'm gonna say she's a rapper, a songwriter, producer. My girl's a whole fucking entrepreneur out here. You feel me? She's from the one, the only Baldwin, Louisiana. You know that 337 bottom across them tracks. You know, my homegirl, my family. You know, Samuari Ky. Ky, for sure. It's good, bro.
What's good? It's your girl Kyrie, Samurai Kai. I appreciate you. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm doing pretty good today. So, welcome to the podcast. I'm very, very honored to have you on here. Thank you for being on our pilot episode, the very first episode. You know, get our kinks out, do our thing, talk a little bit about the community, talk a little bit about your life. We're gonna get a little personal. We're gonna talk about your career. We're not gonna call you an indie artist because one day you're gonna be that mainstream. You feel me? And I'll be telling everybody, yeah, that's my girl. She was the first interview she did was on Impact Baldwin. You
know it.
You know it. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for taking the time out your day and being on Impact Baldwin. You know, the podcast that's supposed to, influence everybody, make an impact on our small town of Baldwin, Louisiana, and the surrounding areas. And I mean, not just say Baldwin, Louisiana, because we're going to have people from all over the place in St. Mary Parish. And if that people don't know at St. Mary Parish, look us up, Vietnam Parish. You hear me? So thank you. I really, really appreciate it. At the end, I'll give all my thank yous and I'll tell y'all what's the reason why Impact Baldwin was started. Before I even say all that, I want to just say his name, Quawan Charles. What's good? All right, Kai. So first on Impact Baldwin, we're going to have a little icebreaker. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be called Song Association. Now, Song Association normally starts off when I say a word to you, and you sing a song, you rap a song based off of that name. Just that word, I give you just one word. But that's not what we're going to do, okay? We're going to give one word. And you're going to either say a poem, something off your dome, rap a lyrics, not a 16, maybe a 6.
Right.
And say it. So your first word is successful.
Ooh, successful. What's that Drake song? Success. I don't even remember it.
I just be successful.
Yes, I just want to
be Trey Songz.
Got that. I just want to be successful. Bet.
All right. So next word is gonna be impact. And impact. This is what I want you to do. I want you to just off the dome, just rap something with impact in it.
Bet. Right now we on the show called Impact Baldwin. Yeah, we from that town, but we ain't falling.
Gang! 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 Last word. Knowledge.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is great. Knowledge is love, but knowledge ain't hate.
Yeah, knowledge ain't hate, because there's knowledge for everybody. Everybody could get this knowledge. We should be able to give what we learn to the youth. Give the knowledge, even the knowledge that we learned when we went to college, just something that could impact them with the knowledge that we gain and all the stuff that we have now in our brain and our minds, even from experience. We should be able to not be hateful and keep that knowledge to ourselves and definitely give it to other people so it can impact. Because the thing about it is, as a race, we sometimes get that knowledge and we want to keep that to ourselves and we don't want to get or we want people to pay for it,
Right.
And that's not, I feel like that's not how you get your blessing, basically.
Right, at all.
Like this knowledge is free. If I can do something to help you, don't be hateful with it.
Right. So it's a reason he made us individuals. That way we have our own experiences and a power in us to share with each other and help each other. And I always say, like, we fear what we don't understand. So the more we understand, the less we should fear things, especially when it comes to racial stuff. We don't understand each other like we should. So, of course, we're going to fear certain things. So, yeah.
Yeah. Bet. All right. So, firstly, let me ask you, who is Samurai Kai? Or Kai, because I know you told me you either want to be called Samurai Kai or just Kai. You feel
Right.
me? Like, who is she? Where does she originate from? And who inspired you? Who inspired you to write music, to rap?
Who inspired me? I would say growing up, my mom. I wouldn't say she inspired me, but she did put a lot of music and a lot of artists in my environment. And I listened to a lot of Texas artists, a lot of gangster music, and then from that I listened to a lot of R&B, Mary J. Blige, that type of R&B music. And from that I just love music. Like my mom would always tell me, like, you used to sing songs on the radio. I ain't even know the words. You just picked up on them. So I always had like that rhythm. And then reading, I read a lot growing up. As you know, I read a lot. Me and
Yeah,
I
y'all
read a
read
lot.
a lot.
Yeah, we read a lot. So from that, I just had a thing with words. Like I don't know, I could write well. Like I just God blessed me with that gift. Um, and using my environment of music that I was in with the gangster music, R&B and stuff, I kind of made my own style from that. And who is Samurai Kai? I would say I'm versatile. I can go to the street knowledge route, and I can also go the poetic route because, like I said, I've read a lot. I know how to kind of put words together in a way. And yeah, I'm just an individual that's trying to share knowledge and help other people through music and other things too, but mainly music.
Got you. All right. So tell us a little bit about Samurai Kai, the person personally. Who is Samurai Kai personally? Not the artist. We do it. I'm just gonna put that government out there. Her real name is Kyrie.
Yeah.
Um, so who is Kyrie? Like because like Samurai Kai would be your alter ego.
Right.
She can still be who you are,
hmm
but Samurai Kai is not Jakarin.
Right.
So who is Jakarin? Tell us about yourself. Where you went to school. What did you do before you?
To school, growing up, went to Baldwin Elementary. That was a public development school. A lot of people would say it's more for Caucasian elementary students, but it was a mix because we do come
Chose
from a.
really actually be chosen to go to Baldwin Elementary.
Yeah. So it was a mix too. But I also thank God for blessing me through my grandmother because she was in the school system and stuff. So she helped me kind of get where I need to be as far as education. From Baldwin Elementary, I went to Biera Bujo Middle School. That's the only middle school in Baldwin.
Mm. Only one. Only one.
And from there, I went to West St. Mary High School. Kyrie, who is Kyrie, I started off very athletic, and also I was into the books. So, yeah, I really like being active. I really love basketball. We share that.
Mm.
Um, and of
Yeah,
course, she helped me a lot. Like, man,
I
we grew
thought.
up, taught me a lot of skills, man.
Yeah.
I really, God bless you too, with that. But basketball, I got into volleyball in middle school, and then like I said, went to West St. Mary High School. From there, my dreams were to become like a basketball player, WNBA, or at least go to college for it. But as I got older, and I had to kind of not, always have to choose as far as academics versus athletics, but I was in a predicament or in a space where at the time I wasn't as committed to go out and get it like I should as far as athletics and basketball.
We all have that. We all have that. What can I say? We all had that regret that's something that we really actually honestly wanted to do because that was my dream as well.
Mm-hmm.
But as I look at it now, I really didn't put in the work in high school that I should. I didn't have the work ethic in high school that I have the work ethic now.
Right.
So, yeah, I understand.
That's how it be. Yeah, from that, entering into college, I kind of was like, I don't know if I should do engineering. I don't know if I should do architecture. Engineering, math is like my favorite subject. Pretty, I was always pretty, I excelled in math, before any other subject. And I was like, okay, I could take that with engineering, I'm kind of into building stuff and being hands on and stuff like that. But from there, I was like, architecture kind of always been my passion because along with reading and being athletic, I also was very creative as well. I began drawing at an early age. So I don't know how I got into who taught me the word architect. I don't know who taught me what that meant or anything. But since about 5, 6, that's all I kept saying. I wanted to be architect, WNBA player, and also an author. But so that was pretty much a childhood passion of mine, just to create buildings for people and houses and stuff. And even when I was younger, like my family, friends, and stuff like that, I'd be like, I drew you a house and just give them houses. If I knew them well enough, give them houses of what I think that their characteristics would fit. And I chose architecture going into college because I wanted to stick with the more creative side, not be so practical when it come to math. Because I felt like it would give me more freedom and stuff. So went to Louisiana Tech University. That's in Ruston, Louisiana. A lot of people know Grambling University, State University, much more. So that's like right there, about 5 to 10 minutes away. And yeah, here I am. I graduated May 2020 actually with my architecture degree. I went, followed through. Architecture school was pretty tough, but I made it through. It was a passion of mine. And yeah, so now I'm at the point of music and trying to start my career. So kind of in between.
I bet. I don't know too much about architecture. Really know about all I know about architecture is like infrastructures. Y'all draw plans. Y'all draw stuff for buildings and
Right.
houses and stuff like that. I feel like that's pretty dope. That's a pretty lucrative career.
Mm-hmm.
When I picked my career, I didn't actually look at the lucrative of it being
Mm-hmm.
lucrative because my career isn't lucrative at all. I mean, I make a pretty good living. I do pretty good for myself, but my like Impact Baldwin, my passion for my career was to impact communities, like
Mm-hmm.
make friends, make meet souls that I can help, and that's what I strive to do
Right.
in my career every day. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I impact because I don't impact all the time. Sometimes, people are very much entitled and ungrateful. They really don't
Yeah.
care about you. They don't care about you. They just want you to do what they need you to do,
Right.
and that's
And,
it. They throw you away.
mm-hmm.
If you can't help them, they're upset. But you
Right.
can't please everybody. So
Right.
I always say, if I can touch one or two souls a
Mm-hmm.
week, a month, or once in my career, I did my job because
Mm-hmm.
that's what I wanted to do. So
Right.
I feel you. I understand what you're saying. So
Right.
let's get into Samurai Ky, the career, the songwriter, the producer, the rapper, the poet. Let's get into that. So, you dropped an EP called
Mm-hmm.
Love, entitled Love. Let's talk about that. Why did you entitle your EP Love?
I entitled my EP Love because at the time it was around Valentine's Day, and I was like, man, I kind of been writing things as far as my emotions. I was going through something. I wouldn't say a breakup, but I was going through, these days people into situationships. So
Yeah,
I was that, and not just with that, but also with school, those type of emotions of school almost over. Um I'm struggling right now, but I'm gonna finish. So
yeah,
just weird emotions, but mainly it was revolved around love as far as the concept, sharing love with somebody else. It was around Valentine's Day. I hadn't dropped any music for a long time. I actually shared my music with people, so I was like, this is perfect time. I got at the time I might have had like 2 or 3 songs. So I had like one or two more to write. So I decided to just drop it, and it was perfect timing as far as Valentine's Day and stuff. So.
definitely. So definitely around Valentine's Day, the struggles, the everyday struggles of, you know, thriving through college, young love and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely understood, and that's definitely what I got from it. But
Mm-hmm.
I honestly wanted you to tell me, like, why did you self-entitled, love? All
Mm-hmm.
right, so um, first single off the album, Love, self-entitled. So the first
Mm-hmm.
number one track was Love. So
Right.
we're gonna play a little bit from Love. You feel me?
Got
I'm gonna play lyrics that I got from it, and you tell me like what basically what those lyrics mean, where did they come from, the
got
pain, if it's pain, if it's getting all over me. Because honestly, I'll tell you at the end who I feel like you're so similar to.
Bad.
So similar to. So let's play Love.
All right.
Love, love all over me. Peace and serenity. Just know that the little means plenty. Yeah, I know if I would ride with ya. Yeah, I know I have a good time with ya. If love was a crime, I did the crime with ya. Yeah, I know it's gonna be all fine with ya. Maybe you could stretch my patience. Can you make me feel love like I've been awaiting? I just wanna love you without the hesitating. The purest form of love and all its preservations. Not using you, but I get what I need, not abusing you. Aside from the usual crime, I'm accusing you. Still in my heart, commit the crime of love. Sentence to a lifetime of kisses and hugs. A broken heart is hard to fix, but no.
Yeah, so who committed that crime of love to you? Yeah, so love all over me, peace and serenity. Just know the little means plenty. So I'm getting that you were talking about somebody that you were in relations with, situationship, like you said.
Right. Yeah.
Uh, I'm kind of getting that Bonnie Clyde type, feel from that.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a good time with you. If love was a crime, I'll do it with you.
Right.
That's what I'm like. That Queen and Slim. I don't know if you've seen Queen and Slim. You feel
Yeah.
me? That wasn't even love in the beginning, but it ended
Right.
out love. You feel me?
Turn out.
So
Yeah.
yeah, tell me a little bit about those lyrics.
I definitely agree with that. That was kind of the inspiration. From that, of course, when you find that person, and at the time I was kind of going through it because I find myself to be I feel like most people these days, they don't really want to commit, but I find myself to be a self-sabotage in a way when it comes to relationships and having trust issues. Because you're like, okay, I see this person. I have love for this person. I want this person to be in my life, but I don't know if I can trust this person enough as far as that. But that song was basically looking at this situation and saying, man, I can imagine myself really falling for you, but I know my struggles. Like I know love is a beautiful thing, but I know my struggles as well. So kind of like in between, like love is beautiful. That's kind of what I wanted to put out, and I want to do it with you. I want to ride or die with you, but and then the oncoming songs, I don't know. So,
Good. I love it. I love it. I love it how it starts. It's like that slow mix, that slow beat, but it's a groove. It's a feel. Because everybody's been through their situationships. Everybody's been through like I have our struggles, and like, I felt the same way at first. Like I was a self-sabotage person when I came to relationships too, until
mhm.
I found my relationship that I'm obviously going to spend the rest of my life with now. So I feel it. So yeah, I really like love. But we're gonna go to Blind, my favorite. Oh,
Oh,
I
man,
love Blind, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I love Blind. So here we go.
appreciate
We're gonna listen to it.
Fiending for a bad bitch, drape her in carrots. Never under average, pretty girl savage. Never lived a lavish lifestyle, tragic. Ugh, making magic, money making ratchet. Fuck all your flaws and all of your bad habits. Ain't none a little love could fix, not even a tad bit. Rock a clean hoodie with a mean jean jacket. I'm just tryna live out all the dreams that you inhabit. My flow sick as I spit, shoe shine on a bitch. Pockets blue like I'm Lilo Stitch to the hundreds. I'm a sidekick, kick back and relaxing. I ain't macking, fuck what you lacking. I'm not into.
Bruh,
it.
wait, wait, because I had to write this shit down. I had
Yeah.
to write it down. My flow sick as I spit, shoe shine on the mix, rockets blue like Lilo Stitch.
Yes.
200s, I'm a sidekick. Wait,
Big bag.
200s, I'm a sidekick. Bro, when you said that my flow sick as I spit, shoe shine on the mix, I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it, bro. That's it. Like that's my favorite because how you started off is kind of like when Wayne came on the mix and he flicked this what you call him and lit his weed. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is gonna be it. This is gonna be it. This gonna be it. And when it got to that, my flow sick as I spit, shoes shine on him. I'm saying, yeah, she banged this one. Like if y'all listen to this, go to SoundCloud. I'll go to YouTube. You feel me? And listen to Blind, bro. Blind
Appreciate
is genius. So tell us a little bit about Blind. A little something behind it.
Blind, that was actually like one of my favorite ones to write because it reminded me of, and as you can see, I had a lot of fun on it as far as my flow and stuff. But it reminded me of like a Texas beat in a way, and I grew up on Texas music, So I was like, man, I gotta wreck it, but I gotta come some type of way. And just with the beginning, fiending for a bad Drake playing carrots, and yeah. With that, just to get more personal. I'm a heterosexual and stuff, and these days and age you wanna, dibble and dabble, but that go two ways. With that is like, okay, having a crush on somebody of the same sex, but also how you would want to treat from a male perspective, how he should treat me and who I am and stuff. So it's kind of like a two-way, just to be honest and personal and stuff. But diving deeper, when I did switch my flow up, I'm like, man, I think I actually had wrote that first, but I had to add something to it as far as the concept of the song. But I was like, man, I gotta wreck it, man. Like
You got on that. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah.
And with that was my favorite bars kind of to take too, because it's like pockets blue, like I'm Lilo Stitch, because Lilo Stitch blue.
Yeah.
And I'm a sidekick. Like you can't catch me without no money. So and they blue stripes. So with that I just kind of played with words, and also just it was a nice flow too. I feel like if I would have said anything else, it kind of would have sounded good still, but with that it really really did its thing. So
it flowed. It really did flow.
And then at the end, I slowed it down just to add on to the little Texas. I did that myself just to add on to the little Texas flow. They chop and screw stuff. With I didn't forgot the hook, but anyway. But
let me play. Hold on.
Gotcha. Yeah, and then I went back to it. So yeah, F these other niggas, cause it's you that I want. Yeah. F these other cause it's you that I want. Yeah, so with that, I tried to make the song also as unisex as I could. That way anybody could bang it. It's not just geared toward a female or geared toward a male. It was like, forget everybody else. You is who I want. Whoever you messing with, I don't care. You is who I want. Leave them people alone. So
yeah,
just fun.
That was good. I like that. That was really like I said, that's my favorite song. And I definitely forgot about the slowing down at the end. Mm-hmm. But that's a banger, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. That's a banger. So like I said, we're gonna talk about every song on your EP. Since it's your EP, we're gonna talk about every song. This next song is Company. We're gonna play a snippet of Company, and we'll let you talk about it after the end.
Bet.
We all get lonely sometimes, but sometimes see the sunrise. Every time I open my heart, I see my values start evolving. Time not on my side, I don't know why I keep stalling. Every day another problem, answers I'm resolving. Thought life was a timeline, but why I keep revolving around like a merry-go. Phone gotta follow us everywhere we go. We gon' see problems everywhere we go. I love not going digital, love needs to be more physical. I'm a different breed, so my love is not your typical. Love with all my chest, I don't even want you stressing. You know you the best, make me wanna be the best me. Got a couple people want my time, but you my bestie. Always be yourself, cause I don't need you to impress me.
Yeah. Stopped in the middle. But yeah, company, a little slower, So tell us a little bit about that.
With company, I wanted to catch the other aspect of love, or when you want love. And like for Valentine's Day, we don't always have couples. We got those singles, and it's like they're seeing all these couples online. They get bears, and they are not even couples. Sometimes singles get bears too, but bears, candy, they getting cooked for, people getting proposed to. But company is like, I just want some company. Just looking at the other side, being single, not having no Valentine's, or even just throughout life period, being single and having that singleness. And we all get lonely sometimes, but sometimes see the sun rise ahead of me. And it's not just toward love, it could be toward anything when you're going through something. So that's kind of the other edge of love I wanted to take, like looking at love from the outside, not really having love right now, but knowing love are like good times gonna come again. So, and then to get personal, every time I open my heart, I see my values start evolving. Why I feel like I'm single, and why I feel like I'm alone right now, and how it's hard for me to accept love. So
Yeah, yeah, because just a couple of Valentine's Day, I was out there buying shit, and I was still single. I had the company. You feel me? But it's I ain't gonna say it's nothing, because I feel like everybody don't need somebody.
that's true.
Everybody don't need somebody. Like everybody isn't meant to be with someone.
Right.
Yeah, but it would be nice to have some company on Valentine's Day, but the right company, because sometimes we strive and yearn and lust over company that we really don't need, and sometimes we do need to be alone. And
Mm-hmm.
Valentine's Day, it's so hyped up to be
Mm-hmm.
like to be with somebody. We need to go to K, we need to buy flowers, gifts, such and such, but sometimes on Valentine's Day, you can celebrate yourself. Go buy yourself some
Mm-hmm.
gifts. Go buy yourself something from cake. Go have dinner by yourself. Some people don't like to have dinner by themselves. I don't mind going to sit down and have dinner by myself. Sometimes I
Right.
need a long time. I don't mind going to sit down and have drinks by myself. You feel me? So yeah, definitely understand. So last song is a 4-track EP. Last song is What's Good. We're gonna listen to that. Let's go.
Boy, fuck what you be talking about with them niggas you be with. I know you just be bluffing, I'm not your average bitch. I'm not running my mouth about what we do on flicks. I'm just sitting back, I'll take control if you insist. I want control of ya. I'm home to ya. You my dog, so I always coming home with ya. I want control of ya. I'm home to ya. You my dog, so I always coming home with ya. So what's good? What's good? What's great? No need to wait. Come, let's create. So what's good? What's good? What's great? No need to wait. Come, let's create. Great, great.
All right.
Yeah, great memories.
What's good? What's good? What's great? Let's create. All right.
Mhm.
So what's up? What's good?
All right, so it was good. I'm just asking them like, what's good? Like, going back to the first one, love. Like, I know you the one that I want to ride with. If love is a crime, I did the crime with you. I want to do the crime with you. So what's good is another fun aspect of that. Like, I see you. Like, what's good? I'm ready now. Like, come on. And it's another fun song, kind of with Blind. That's kind of how I want to do it, like slow, a little fast, a little more player like, and then slow, and then like what's good.
Yeah.
So great memories. I'm love sick, and you all I love my remedies. I just want your company. I don't want your sympathy. I don't want to sin, but I don't want to sin, but all my temptations keep tempting me. I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot on my plate. So just like it was a lustful song. Don't get me wrong, too. It wasn't just like I want to love on you, but I want to love on you, like that too. So it's like I love you, but I want to love on you. So like what's good in the bed, but what's good with the love too. So it's like a fun song. And from Company, it's like okay, I was lonely, but I don't want you to sympathize with that. I want you to come give me company. Let's like what's good, what's really good. So
Bet. So, lastly, that's all the songs from the EP. We went from Blind, Company, Love, Firstly, Love, and lastly, What's Good. So we went from the top to the bottom. I love the EP. It's something that I bang all the time. Not just the research for the podcast. It's something that I can ride to, I can work out to. But this single, this single is something that I just bang all the time. When I say bang, it's a part of my list of music that I listen to when I go to the gym, even when I'm a CrossFit, if I'm doing like a Metcon workout, like I put my earphones in and I'm just vibing, something that I run to. So we gonna get into it. The last song, once we finish with this song, we're gonna go straight into the impactful stuff, Impact Baldwin, the things that we can do to impact our neighborhood, even though we do not live in our neighborhood, it's still ways that we can impact our neighborhood. You feel me? So here we go. Very last song. Nah, 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 nah. Let's go.
Juices dripping everywhere, juices dripping down his face, all up in my dairy air. He don't let it go to waste. Juices dripping like wet paint. He be sipping like his drink. Call me sweet and all these other bitches bitter, cause they ain't. He be in it like nah 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 nah, nah 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 nah. He be licking like nah 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 nah, nah 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 nah. He be in it like nah 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 nah, hey, nah 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 nah. Like nah 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 nah, nah 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 nah. He throw salutes to the pussy, so I know he ain't a rookie. He say he got a sweet tooth, so I just give him the cookie. I just want some of that neck, I don't give him no nookie. I told him eat it till he tired and his neck got a crookie. Looky, it's wet and warm like a jacuzzi. I'm a freak, not a floozy. I'm a boss, I'm not bougie. Not a hoe cause I'm choosy. He said that he want the coochie, but I'm good, I'm Gucci. I don't want you to do me. I'm saucy like some pizza. Niggas wish that they could meet her. He keep giving me what I want, so I keep stunting like I need him. Hell no, I don't need ya. I just like a pussy eater. I just like a pussy beater. I might have to call Peter. Juices dripping everywhere. Juices dripping down.
Yes, ma'am.
uh-huh.
Peter. Oh. Yeah, went off. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. You went OFF. And it gives me them Cardi B vibes. Like, that's when I said earlier, like, I'm gonna tell you who I feel like you relate so much to. Like, you give me Cardi B vibes, bro. Like, that's some shit Cardi would say. Like,
Right.
this a song, this a song that Cardi would do, Meg would do. Like, they really don't care about how people feel
Right.
about sex. Like, they sell sex and they sell it so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you did that. And you also have a remix like of WAP, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
Now I'm gonna play that, but I'm gonna put y'all on something. Go listen to that as well. Cause like I said, you're giving me Cardi B vibes. Like, this some shit Cardi would do. This is definitely some shit Cardi would do. So definitely tell us about nah 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 nah. Y'all heard it for yourselves. There ain't really much shit y'all can talk about. It goes hard. So
Appreciate it. With that, of course, the inspiration behind that, I was just listening to songs, and I actually recorded that last year. I mean, I was listening to beats, and I heard that beat. I'm like, I like this the vibe I want to take, and I mean, it's the route I want to take. And it was actually gonna be a part of a mixtape, but never released it. And I was like, man, let me just freestyle. Like, what do I feel? And that's kind of how I go about writing sometimes. I do like a little mumble rap, a little freestyle. And I just kept saying, nah, 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 nah. And I'm like, why? Like, what can I? So I added on the pre-hook with the juices dripping everywhere. And I kind of wanted this song to be like, kind of like a banger in a way, but be free about it. Just be player. Because, like, in my personal life, I'm really laid back. I don't really talk about stuff like that. It's like, that's just for me and whoever, you know. But
And that's how most artists that rap that way, they sing about this stuff, but in real life they're so chill. They're
yeah,
not, they really don't talk about sex. They don't sell sex. They don't even dress in that way.
right,
But
right,
when it comes to their lyrically, man, this
right.
song is
It
this is
is.
genius. I'm gonna sit here and tell you this one right here was genius.
Appreciate it.
Definitely.
And I knew with the bars, as far as the bars, I was like, I gotta come with some, like, almost every line gotta be some type of bar, some type of quotable, like, in a way. So kind of just went with that. And with the second verse, I kind of wanted to take like a Lil Wayne approach in a way.
Mhm.
Like, what I said, tightrope, and like when you're above my face and you pinning me down, so I'm like choking on this until they show me the green, and maybe then I just might focus. I want to like switch it up a little bit to show them, okay, I got that slow flow, but then I come with like a little more bars, but still be a little,
Mhm.
for lack of better words, like raunchy with it. So yeah, and
Yeah,
I got a lot of good feedback from that, and I appreciate you as well. And anybody who's gonna be listening to it, I appreciate it. But it was
definitely get that and
a
listen
fun.
to that. Like, put that in your workout rotation. You you put that in your rotation. Yeah, I would love that. Put it in your rotation because
Definitely, please
it's
do.
something that's gonna keep you hyped in the gym. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? So more personal stuff. Here we go. Who is Samurai Kai's favorite rapper?
My favorite rapper, I have categories for some reason. I'm gonna say my all-time favorite rapper is Zero. Like he's very like he got that street side, that
Big
Texas. That,
bitch.
yeah, he got that. So he be flowing, man, and he really freestyle a lot of his songs, and I'm just like, and his harmonies when he starts singing. I'm not saying he just no Al Green or nothing, but he
Yeah.
he got a little harmonies with him, a little street gangster song singer. But that's my all-time favorite as far as poetic or like conscious music. J. Cole, Kendrick. Kendrick is a genius. J. Cole is too, but Kendrick, his
It's,
roots, he's a genius.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
um, females, I like Nicki Minaj. She really was a trendsetter. Megan, really, I like all the females pretty much. Rhapsody, I really recently got into her, like in the last 9 months or so. So those are my top. But Z,
All right. Out of all of those people, who do you feel like you lyrically relate to?
who? Maybe J. Cole. As far as like I know a lot of the songs that I've showed is like emotional and explicit and stuff, but when I get to my conscious side, my poetic side, J. Cole. But as far as my other side, I could definitely see Cardi, Megan, yeah, and hearing of those two, like in between in a way.
Bet. All right. So in 10 years, where do you see Samurai Kai? And after you tell me where do you see yourself within your craft, where do you
Mm-hmm.
see yourself personal? Kyrie, Kyron. Where do you see your Kyron first?
I see Jakarin. I see her being just helping people, being a blessing to other people because God has blessed me, first of all, to come this far and just to be, no day is promised for no man, so all woman. So it's like, just being a blessing and Him giving me the talents and the skills that He's given me, is a blessing in itself. So just helping other people, spreading knowledge, spreading His word. Another thing I recently started getting into the word more, really, really finding God for myself. And the things that He do and don't want, as walkers in Him. So just spreading His word, spreading the right way to live, good, not evil, doing those type of things and really helping people get through life, make other people's lives easier or more memorable in a positive way. The artists I see myself working with some good artists, some influential artists. Having 2 albums, 3 albums. I've always found myself to be a low-key person, so I don't see myself just, oh, Hollywood, you know. I want major fans or supporters and stuff, but I don't want it to be on the basis of money or fame. I want it to be on the basis of I'm actually helping y'all with y'all walk in life and y'all can relate. So y'all mess with me for that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So here's my thing. And like you said it because I'm thinking, hey, artists blow up Hollywood. That's great because you said that you're getting your walk with faith
Mm-hmm.
closer and being closer with God. And sometimes within the religion, and I feel passionately about that,
Mm-hmm.
about religious aspect. A lot of things within religion that I don't agree with,
Mm-hmm.
but being a rapper and rapping about the things that you do,
Mm-hmm.
as well as being a Christian, sometimes some people will say that it does not correlate. Like you can't do that. You
Mm-hmm.
can't talk about that. You can't do this. But I'm a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my thing, and I really understand what you said. Like it's really not about the money. It's not about. It's really about touching souls, about
Right.
making people feel good. People relate to what I'm going through, so I'm making that music. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely understand. Definitely. All right. So that is Samurai Kai, the artist, Jakaran, the person personally. So now it's time to get really dig deep into Impact Baldwin. And like
Right.
I said earlier on the podcast, Impact Baldwin is basically a platform that we're going to use to shine light on different artists, entrepreneurs, former and current athletes, because I definitely want to talk to youth athletes right now that live in St. Mary Parish, that live in Baldwin, because they really don't have a platform. I didn't have a platform. I had to send out my tapes and stuff like that. I didn't have anybody to do that for me. Recruiters weren't coming to see me. Even though I was averaging 20 points a game. I still wasn't getting people to come see me. So
Right.
this platform is basically for people to see you, for me to help you, me to get you out there, even though we're real small right now. I'm speaking into existence that Impact Baldwin is going to be the biggest podcast. I'm going to be on the level of Breakfast Club, Joey
Big.
Badass, stuff like that, expeditiously, the Steve Harvey
Mm-hmm.
Morning Show. This is Impact Baldwin is going to be about. So
Definitely.
let's definitely dive into Impact Baldwin, okay? So, all right, so let's get into it. What do you see? What is your vision for the community that made and raised you? What does Baldwin? Firstly, what does Baldwin mean to you? What does the place of Baldwin, Louisiana, mean to
Man,
you?
Baldwin means unity. Like growing up, it's a little different now, but growing up it's like we didn't too much have to worry about crime. We didn't have to worry about somebody coming in our yard, breaking into our homes. We didn't have to worry about all that. And when I say like the people in your area, you really grew up with them. You was outside playing basketball in the grass, backyard, playing football, running around, like, and that's how we got a lot of the athletes we have, because we just, like, for lack of better, like a lot of people say country, like we just running around playing basketball, people staying in the house too, don't get me wrong, but we really being active. So that's what it means to me. It's like unity, like community, like for real, love for real. And I wouldn't pick another place. Like I'm really grateful I'm from Louisiana and Baldwin as well. And as far as the town, it's like we need a lot as far as support, and we have people that have gotten onto bigger platforms, and that's why I'm grateful that you're doing this right now. Because you have, out, for lack of better words, made it out and really making a living, and you're actually trying to give back in a way that they haven't been reached before. And I feel like that's what we need. We need support. We need people that have made it out to guide and lead and give support, give a voice to those that are still in there. And it is getting a little worse as far, well, obviously, especially with the recent tragedy. But yeah, we got to do something.
Definitely, definitely. So, if there's one thing that you can change about Baldwin, what would it be?
It would be a community center, like having a lot of areas have YMCA's, and we have the civic center, but actually having something, a community center, a successful community center in Baldwin that allows people to not only be athletes or play whatever sport that they playing, but even if they have to come to talk to somebody, um instead of being on the street, walking down the street thinking that that's cool, it's not like that's not the way to go. So just having some type of center,
Right.
like
So you say this type of center. So my next question is, if you had $1 million,
mhm.
what would you change or impact in Baldwin? What would you give? Saying that you would get that $1 million and you would have to use that $1 million to change and impact something in Baldwin. And you said
Mhm.
community center, so I'm really getting that you would make a community center. But what would
That,
you? The community center wouldn't be $1 million. So because we
right.
already have one, you would just basically be add on to it. You
Yeah.
know. So what would you do with the rest of them?
I would do that, and I would fund the advancement of our athletes, and not just athletes but people who sing, just musicians as well, but mainly the athletes, like really going to the school, buying cameras, buying equipment, um mentoring them as far as like how to get y'all film out. And aside from that, fixing up the area, funding like police department, funding kids that aren't as well off, or kids if they need their houses fixed up, school clothes, really just giving all that money back and putting it into the community, and not just with money but also with knowledge as well and experience.
Bit. Okay. So last question. If there's one word that you can give to the youth in Baldwin, Louisiana, what word, what piece of knowledge and advice would you give to the youth?
Keep trying, stay focused. That's the main thing. Stay focused, keep trying, and form a relationship with God for yourself. When I say stay focused, don't look at what the next person doing. They walk in the street, don't look at their bad behavior. Don't look at, oh, I know I'm good at football, I want to be a football player, but my school's doing this and that. Don't worry about that. Do your part, stay focused, and God's gonna bless you. And when I say stay in the word and form a relationship for him for yourself, I feel like a lot of times in any minority community, we grow up going to church, but we don't ever really know who we're worshiping. We don't know who we believing in for real. So forming that relationship for yourself, when tough times come and when times of temptation come, you'll be able to overcome that because you know who he is for yourself. It's not like, oh, I know God, but I don't really know what I'm supposed to do when I'm not supposed to do. I don't really, I don't know who Jesus is for real. Like, so really, really learning who he is for yourself. Because if you're going to believe in something, you should put your all into what you believe in as far as knowledge.
And which is really crazy because as a young person, you do your like. Well, now kids aren't forced to go to church. We were forced to go to church.
Yeah.
We had we really didn't have a choice, but we enjoyed going to church. I'm not gonna
Mhm.
say forced because there were things to do in church. Like my church had the youth choir. We had
It's in Bible
every
school.
Saturday of a month we went do youth activities in the park. We had vacation every summer for the
Right.
youth. Kids don't have that these days because their parents don't, make them go to church. Their
Mm-hmm.
parents don't enforce or instill Christian rights and values within them, you
Right.
know. So so a lot of kids don't know about the different things that churches have available for them, which I'm
Mm-hmm.
grateful for my church, and I know that the church that you were raised in as well, because I used to come visit y'all church sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
There was always something for the youth to do,
Right.
but kids these days don't want to be involved in that because it makes them look lame, or I'm not going to church every time the swings open. But you have to realize that millennials are raising generation X, Y, and Z right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really like the baby boomers or the my mother's generation and
Mm-hmm.
your mother's generation that raised us. We really didn't have a choice.
Right.
Kids have options now. We didn't have options.
Mm-hmm.
And even though we didn't understand why we were going to church, we just went because it was fun. We
Right.
grew up to believe that and know that what was right and what was wrong. We didn't
Mm-hmm.
have we and if we did something wrong, we knew it was a consequence. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely would that's something that I would change. Like they need consequences. Kids don't have
For real.
consequences.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. I want to say it again. Thank you so much for being a part of Impact Baldwin. This is our pilot episode. Very first guest on the episode is Samuari Ky, and I'm very, very much grateful for you taking some time out your day and being a part of this. This is number one. We have kinks to work out, but it gets better.
All
So
right.
appreciate it. Is anything that you want to leave with, any knowledge that you want to drop before we end the show today?
Absolutely. First, I want to say thank you. Like, I appreciate the thanks and stuff, but you invited me, so I really appreciate that. And then the fact that you even created this concept, this podcast, this show, especially after what has recently happened, it's like we need something, and like God gonna bless you, and you're gonna be a blessing to people, and I'm praying that it change lives and it actually make people feel like they have a voice, especially in our community. And also y'all just stay focused. It's like 2020 was rough. A lot of people lost a lot of lives, and it may not end there as far as that, but we just got to keep praying. Stay focused on what you want to focus on, or whatever you have in store and plan. Keep praying, stay in the word, and not just that, but going back to 2020 is like, yeah, we have this virus going on, but it's still a lot of evil in the world as far as person to person. So stay focused. Like, don't let nobody make you feel wrong for what you focusing on. Don't make nobody knock you off your focus, your plan, because that can really, like, people out here really really trying to do that. Like, so y'all just
Definitely.
do your thing.
So, the illest, the realest, the chillest podcast, Impact Baldwin. I'm your host, Jay, and we're going to see you next time.
All right, peace.
Impact Baldwin. You can hear me? Can you hear me? Impact Baldwin. Coming soon.